You know, I know these teachings have incredible depth. Some might even say that they are dense and they are heavy. If this is your first time hearing such teachings, don't be discouraged or frustrated. If you don't understand them the first time around, don't worry. It happens. We're all in the same boat. Feel free to listen to it repeatedly until this truth awakens inside you. Just to give you a different perspective, from a scientific viewpoint, it is possible to rewire your mind to be able to understand and process these profound teachings. This possibility is found in something called neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change and adapt due to experience. For example, in an article written by Tasha Shane on Joe Dispenza's book called Rewired, and I quote, University of Washington's Eric Chulder, PhD, explained plasticity or neuroplasticity describes how experiences reorganize neural pathways in the brain. Long lasting functional changes in the brain occur when we learn new things or memorize new information. To illustrate plasticity, imagine an impression of a coin in a lump of clay. In order for the impression of the coin to appear in the clay, changes must occur in the clay. The shape of the clay changes as the coin is pressed more and more into the clay. Similarly, neural activity in the brain must reorganize in response to experience or sensory stimulation. End of quote. In the same article, again, I quote, Dr. Dispenza proposes that if we think the same thoughts every day, everything stays the same in the body, in your environment, reality, world. But if you entertain new thoughts, it leads to new behaviors and experiences. So the human biology can be changed through experiences, including the brain itself. So Dispenza says when you change inside, everything around you changes. End of quote. This is science, folks. This is science saying if you keep hearing and meditating, contemplating these teachings, even though they may initially be intense for some, if you persist, these teachings of Elmancio Godson will open the door to your inner universe or inner world where this information already is. To share one way that I personally play around with these teachings in my mind and throughout my day, in my meditations, while washing dishes, etc. I'm often in positive rumination on these teachings. For example, a personal thought or contemplation of this teaching, again, of Master Elmancio Godson, came to me. And I thought, okay, what if the information in this part one could be used to question whether there is metaphysical truth or hidden meaning in the biblical parable in John 14:20 that says, I quote, In that day ye shall know that I am in my Father, and my Father in me, and ye in me, and I in you. Hmm, what did that parable mean at its deepest core? Could that possibly be an example of infinite states of consciousness in presence? If the Father is presence, or could be considered presence, or if another name for Father could be the presence, then you can see how this presence in which your consciousness is housed can also contain an infinity of states of consciousness. My state of consciousness is in this presence. My teacher's state of consciousness is in this presence. All states of consciousness are in this presence. Your state of consciousness is in this presence, right? This can continue. I mean, this, or it goes on and on and on. From this viewpoint, doesn't the saying, I am in my Father is in me, I am in you, and you are in me, take on a whole different meaning? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. These are just my contemplations, but this is what I'm saying, that you can play around with these teachings, play around in different ways. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments, okay? And now, having heard this part one, and this is part 1B, what do you think of the teaching? What do you think of my cogitation or contemplation on this teaching of Elmancio Godson's? Please share your thoughts, opinions, and knowledge on this matter with us in the comment box. Once again, let's get a dialogue going. What do you say? I'm going to put the link of the article that I cited in this video in the description box. Remember to live your blessedness, live the blessedness that life gifts you, and may the blessings be you. Thank you so much.